find out how we're going to paint today since we've never painted in this room before. So over here we have the paint station. Notice the sign big in red that says you are not to be touching the squirt bottles here. Okay, that is for the teacher to handle. Don't worry about these. I know they're tempting. Don't touch them. The paint that you need is down below in these bins that are labeled. Hi, I'm making a video. So, hi, say hello. Hi. Okay, so the rest of our painting materials can be found over here. Hi. By the sink. And we have paintbrushes here that say acrylic. You should be using those, not the paintbrushes that say something else like these, which say watercolor. Okay, we are not using the watercolor brushes. Hi. We're also going to be using these. These are palette knives. Palette knives are used for mixing paint, so you definitely need one of those. You'll need one of these, a water cup, fill it with some water, and you will need a piece of palette paper. It's labeled here. It says use the shiny side up. So we're going to grab a piece. Notice that it has a shiny side, and it's kind of hard to see on the video here, and a non-shiny side. We want to make sure the shiny side is up, okay? So when we have all the things we need, we're going to come over here and I have all the things I need to paint. So you have a styrofoam plate. You should have your name on the back, and this styrofoam plate will be yours until the end of the semester, and then the next class will inherit your styrofoam plate. So take good care of it. Then you're going to take your palette paper, again, shiny side up, and you're going to take 2 paint pots. You're going to need a white for sure, and you will need some other color. So you get to choose what color you want. I'm choosing orange, and I don't care what color you choose for yours. So, Chaitra, come on over here. Help me. Okay, hold that right there. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to open up our paint pots. I'm making a video to show my other classes how to paint. So we have our palette knife. We're going to stick our palette knife into our white and scoop out a bunch. And we are not going to stick that palette knife into the orange because it's all covered in paint. So we don't want to contaminate our paint pot. So use your paper towel to wipe it off nice and clean. And then get another chunk of paint. We want to get about a quarter size amount. If you get more than that, it's going to be too much paint and you'll probably end up wasting it. This paint is really expensive and we don't want to waste it. So we get about that much, and you can always get more if you need to. Okay. So now I'm going to take a little bit of orange and a little bit of white, and I'm going to mix them together. Please make sure that you really mix completely. So they should not look marbleized. You should just mix until it really becomes a new color with no streaks in it. Okay? So we're mixing a different kinds of tints. So we can have, one tint here, and then I can make another tint by having different amounts of white mixed with our color that we chose. So you can see here, this is a little bit of a darker tint. Okay? And mix it up real good so that we don't have any streaks. So we can get, really, theoretically, we can get an infinite amount of tints depending on how much white we add to our color. Okay, so you should be using a brush that looks like this. It has a nice flat edge on it. The reason we're doing that is because we have a lot of flat edges that we need to paint, and we want to make them nice and straight. So you can choose any tint that you want to fill in each compartment that we've created in our background. So I'm going to start, nice here so you can see. I'm going to start by kind of taking the flat edge of my brush and going right up against the edge of the compartment that I'm trying to paint here. This will get us a nice clean edge, and I'll go right up against the letter too. If I need to turn my paper so that it's more comfortable for me to get that flat edge up against the edge of my compartment, then I'll just turn my paper as needed. Okay, so I like like to go pull away. Oops, so you can get that flat edge right up against the edge of the compartment and then pull away toward the center. Okay, and then you can fill in your centers. So that is how I recommend that you paint. If you find that you get a little bit by accident on one of your letters, it's okay, just let it dry. We're going to go back over our letters at the end with the black Sharpies to make any of those edges nice and clean. You have to make every compartment a different tint. So you may only have 3 or 4 tints, but they should be placed in a way so that none of your compartments share, so right here I have a tint, okay? Over here I'm not going to paint this compartment the same tint as this because they share an edge. If I paint this the same as this will all look like one compartment. So you want to avoid sharing the same edge with the same tint, okay? It should not be a problem though because we can, like I said, make as many tints as we want depending on how much white we add to our color. When you're all done, you need to make sure that this brush, I'm going to go back over to the sink, we're going to make sure that this brush is getting cleaned well. So you notice my hand is in here with the bristles. You have to actually get your hand in there under the water and wash the brush, okay? I should not be able to get on the wall and paint anything, okay? That's my test. Nothing's coming off, so that's a clean brush that's actually clean, okay? So we go bristles up when we put the brushes away. We want to make sure that we have clean palette knives too, okay? And you want to make sure that your paint pots have the lids on nice and tight, okay? We do not chuck our paint pots back into the bins. We don't throw them. We don't throw anything in the art room. We're just going to put it into the bin with your lid nice and tight so that it doesn't spill, okay? So that's all.